Hi everyone, thanks for coming. I'm gonna just jump straight into it. So this talk will be about the experience of curating, designing, and presenting a group exhibition at Liverpool Regional Museum. The group presenting the exhibition is the Liverpool Genealogy Society, or LGS, who are all about family history and research, and who also reside inside the museum, as you can see here. So, although family history can be very interesting, the visuals associated with family history can feel quite dated at times and also hard to challenge because they're so ingrained in the members' minds. So, for example, when you Google family history images, you usually get something like this. Lots of trees and family trees, lots of browns and sepia photographs. So, as a museum which is trying to move away from heritage to something fixed, stuck in the past, we wanted this exhibition to challenge this perspective. Instead of set in stone history, we wanted to show history's effects on people's lives. In addition to the visuals associated with family history, another thing that can be hard to challenge are worldviews, perspectives. Coming from a different generation, many members are reluctant to change and to accept new ideas, and this brought some issues for us during the curatorial process. So, of all the different avenues we had to explore in terms of making our exhibition more or less disruptive, the two main things that stand out for us are the design and the actual content that we will bring into the galleries. We wanted to make it all about the amazing life stories of the LGS members told through their objects, what they've been through, what connects them today. So the question was how to achieve this by respecting the group's memories and expectations, while at the same time trying to be consistent with what we think should be a 21st century heritage exhibition. Well, for starters, we made it very clear from the beginning. We named the exhibition Beyond the Tree, and there are actually no family trees inside the exhibition in the traditional sense, except for only this one, which has an amazing stadium-like design, and we wanted to include. So in terms of the design, we wanted to have a visually strong marketing collateral and also to use these images to make a statement. We tried to stay away from that traditional genealogy imagery as much as we could by picking very bold, bright colors and also by bringing in some architectural-like illustration to it. We picked the two oldest members from the society. Kathleen here on the left is actually the first member, and we decided to have two versions of the flyer, a female and a male, working together as a set. With this design, we wanted to say, yes, we are showing history, but we're showing it in today's context. We brought these colors into the galleries as well, and this one here is the male version of the flyer. And we also relied on another design element which helped us bring the content of the exhibition together, and also to support this message of the exhibition saying that heritage can be reinterpreted. This design element is what I call the ship dilemma. And I say dilemma because it was hard to come up with something that would keep both the LGS members and us museum staff happy. These are steamboats going through this dotted line all throughout the galleries with the names of the ships under them. And these steamboats work as a symbolic graphic element to represent the many journeys that the LGS members and their ancestors have gone through. Those that came here in the 18th and 19th century, but also those that came here maybe 4 years ago, probably by plane. That's why we didn't match the representation of the ships with the names, and that's what we respond to an LGS members when they tell us that the Palmyra vessel shouldn't be represented as a steamboat, but rather as a three-masted wooden vessel. We actually made that decision of representing these journeys in a symbolic rather than in a graphically accurate way. So in terms of the content, from the almost 120 objects that were initially brought in by the LGS members, we ended up selecting 60, and we grouped them around different topics such as immigration, childhood, motherhood, and notions of domesticity. In most cases, we try to go beyond the mere anecdote or historical facts by digging deeper into these themes, however, always being respectful of the members' memories and stories attached to these objects, because they're considered to be very precious, and so are the stories that go with them. For example, a black edge envelope gave us the opportunity to go beyond the story of two siblings communicating about the father's passing, and to also talk about the mourning etiquette in Victorian times and how these were particularly harsh for women. However, if we had more time and a larger team, we would have liked to explore these themes even deeper. There were some objects which raised a lot of eyebrows during curatorial meetings, and it would have been great to explore these topics and to open up interesting conversations about certain topics as well. But due to time constraints, we had to leave those objects aside. However, from the very start, the team agreed on the importance of focusing on those shared practices, daily practices, and things that might seem maybe not as important for genealogy. And this meant challenging that idea of heritage as something that is monumental, which can be parallel to that fixation in genealogy of having a royal past or a convict past. Finally, we decided to create our own community family tree, having a call out asking visitors to bring in their own family photographs to the exhibition. These participatory elements adds an amazing diversity to Beyond the Tree, and we sort of feel that it challenges that traditional family tree that goes back in a one-way direction, because this one is constantly growing with people from all around the world, and it's not already made, but it's rather in constant production, and it kind of proves that heritage is dynamic and always changing. And that's it. Thank you so much.